I'm back. You know, the first of the year, my New Year's resolution to myself was, Robert, make more videos. Make more videos than you did last year. You need to make more videos for this year. That didn't work out quite as planned. Unless maybe I can like kick in the afterburners between now and the end of the year. I don't know how I'm going to get it done. But anyways, long story short, 8 weeks ago, I had quadruple heart bypass surgery. Yes, I had open heart surgery. So I got a whole story. I want to put a video together. It's going to kind of be survey related, right? Because of, I think it's something all surveyors need to be paying attention to, obviously. Kind of slap me upside the face. So anyways, that story to come. Right now, I've got a buddy of mine in Alabama with the NRCS that needs a hand. So we're going to give him a hand. I'm going to show him how to do this, and in the process, I'm going to show everybody else how to do it too. So, because I get asked about this a lot. And I think the problem is that we're so used to using Core's network nowadays for the last several years that everybody's kind of forgotten about how to do an OPUS position, and maybe it's hadn't really forgotten. Maybe that that's all they've done is, you know, you're new to surveying and you have always come off a network. But what do you do when network's not there? So way I taught him how to do it is to tie to the network, set a point, set his base up on it, run base and rover. So he's running R12s, actually running R12Is. So he's getting full benefit of the receivers because the network in Alabama is GPS and GLONASS right now. So he's probably, if he's on network, he's running 13 to 15 satellites. When he's running base and rover R12s or R12Is, I mean, he's running 30 plus satellites. So it's night and day difference. So anyways, he got out there, called me, had a problem, couldn't tie the network. I said, let's do static. So we did a static at the same time we're doing RTK. So I'm going to put another video together to show you the survey style, how to set all that up, how to transfer the data. It's going to be a little bit longer and more detailed on that end of it. Right now, let's do this. I'm going to show you guys kind of step by step in Business Center how to get an easy way to correct up your points, right? Okay. So first of all, let's look at the GNSS processor that Trimble has. You can see right up here. I'll try to put a link in the video, in the notes on the video, this link so you can get to it. So what you want to do is you want to drop and drag your T04 file. I'm going to drop it right there. So what it's doing is it's uploading it. So it's going to upload it, and then we're going to kind of go through the process. And what it's doing is actually converting it to Rhinex is kind of what's going on. So if we go next, here's our Rhinex header. It tells me that there's this point name. And this is important. You're going to see this in Business Center right here. This base underscore SU capitalized. That is this point. It's a Trimble receiver. It is an R12I. He's using the bottom of the antenna mount. And basically he's at 2.05 meters for the most part. So if we go next, it's going to ask us what processor we want to use. So we're really not interested in Canada, so let's go with the United States. How about we use OPUS? So we say OPUS. We say next. It's looking for an email address. Now when I hit next, it's going to send this to OPUS. I have already done that. So let's do this. Let's get out of here. Let me open my email up so I can show you. Here is the OPUS file from my email. So you can see right here, this is the XML. When you send it off through the GNSS processor, it will do the extended format, which gives you the XML. Like I said, if you want to send it through OPUS, convert it, do the extended format, get your XML file. So what I did was I actually just saved this, save as, come back here, save as, and I saved it to the folder. So let's get out of here. So here it is, right here is where I saved it. So now then what we're going to do, let me move that out of the way. If you look down here at the bottom, it says default. You can see coordinate system group, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing in there, right? I don't have any coordinate system in there at the moment. I told it when I started survey scale factor only, so we got nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this job file. I'm kind of cheating a little bit here. The job file is going to have all that information in it. So when you set up your data collector and you went in and you said state plane coordinates, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, so he actually used UTM. So he's got worldwide UTM 16 north. He's using NAT 83 2011, epic date 2010, and he's using GWIT 18. So that's what we're going to use. We're going to say okay. That's all set. Now then, what I want to do is, this is our XML. This point over here, this SU point, that is the autonomous position, right? So that's the autonomous position that's in the data collector. So let me, should already have this open and I didn't do it. Let me go down here to Trimble emulators. I think I stuck it in that one right there. So we're going to open this up. It's open up on the other screen. I'm just going to say open, open. Okay. Let's go to Point Manager. Okay. Point Manager. You can see there's 2 points in there, and both of them are in Business Center. So this is where he set his base up on it, right here. There's that base SU. That's where his base point's at. Okay. So now I have this XML file. So I'm going to grab the XML file, and I'm just going to drop it in here. Okay, let me move that out of the way. We're done with that for right now. So if I go down and look, there's the SU right there, and there is this point, which is our XML. So we have one thing we need to fix before we do anything. This SU point, if we go over here to points and we look, there's the SU point. If I open it and go to global and I go to properties, we're going to see that it is actually survey quality. Okay, I can't have survey quality and survey quality because nothing's going to move. So what I need is I need one of them unknown and one of them survey quality, because I'm going to take the autonomous point and move it to the XML point. Okay, so I'm going to say unknown and I'm going to say unknown. Okay, so now if we go look at this base point and I'll look at it, go to properties, it says it's survey quality. So that's a higher quality now than the other point. But I'm just going to go ahead and say control quality, because this is actually his control point. That's going to put this nice little triangle on it. That means it is locked down. It is not moving. Okay. So now then, what we need to do is we need to bring these SU points, that base point, down to the XML point, right? So under survey, go all the way over here to the right. Under COGO, there's a merge points. You've seen me use merge points before and some other stuff. This is a pretty good tool. So what I want to do is I'm going to select that base point, and then I'm going to select the SU. I'm going to open this up, and you're going to look, and you're going to see it's asking me for the final point, which one I want for final. I want the base 221Q. That is my final point. And I want to include this point. So it says it's 4.169 feet. Let's see here. If I go to inverse, and I say from that point to that point, it says 4.169 feet. Okay? So now we are ready. Click that back on again since I did that. I'm going to say OK. Boom. Now then, you see what happened? That just moved to that base point. So remember, our original autonomous point was right up here by this point, within like thousands of this point. So now we're here. Now we're not done yet. This has caught me. This has happened to me before. So the little red dot, there's a little red dot down here in the lower right hand corner. There's a little red dot right up here. Okay, so you can hit F4 on your keyboard. You can either hit that red dot or that red dot. And I think that red dot needs to be that big around. It needs to be like in the middle of the screen. This big red dot that says push this button. Because if you'd be like thinking you're done and you haven't done anything but move the base point. So let me zoom out a little bit so you can see what's going on. Now watch what happens when I hit F4 on my keyboard. Watch like point number 6 right there. Let's take a look at it. Boom. See, shift. So now I move my base point by doing the merge, and then by doing the recompute, the F4, or the little bitty tiny teeny weeny little red balls, that recomputed everything. So everything's tied together with vector lines. So all these blue lines you see are vector lines. So everything's tied together. You can't do this with CSV. You have to like move points, and hopefully you don't move them in the wrong direction. With this, everything's tied together through the base, that base point, and all the vector lines attached to it. The advantage to doing it this way is if you have got a big scale factor difference between your autonomous point and your corrected point, this corrects the scale factor. If you just bring it into AutoCAD, which I used to be guilty of myself, if you bring it into AutoCAD and you just move it, then what's going to happen is in AutoCAD, it's not going to change scale factor. You're going to be basically moving CSV points. So you're just going to be moving the text file over. When you bring it in over here, actually what happens is it actually recalculates the scale. So everything's scaled correctly. Not a big deal when you're down here in South Mississippi with an elevation of 200 feet, but if you were in Northwest Arkansas at 1,500 feet or 3,000 feet or 4,000 feet in elevation, your elevation starts affecting your scale factor. So that's a whole grid to ground thing. But anyways, so now all we need to do is just window it, go to Home, go to Export, go over here to Custom, Northern Easting Elevation, say where I want to move it to. So I want to take it somewhere. Now we're at unnamed 17. So if I said NRCS points, I could get a little finger happy there, ain't I? Save. And the last thing to do is hit export. It's going to export all those points out, all 316. If I go and look now and bring this over here so you can see it. If I go up to Documents, I go down to Trimble Business Center. I look for number 17. There's my CSV points. I'm going to email those to him, and he's going to be good to go. So that is how you make that work. If we wanted to, we could send it out to Google Earth. We could do that on export. We could also do it right here, say Google Earth. And if I said select all, apply. And there be his points. So that's what he shot in. Looks like he was working on a dam. So that's it. I mean, all you gotta do is do the XML, bring it in, boom, psh, it's done. Easy peasy. So, guys, I hope this helps. Apologize for not putting a video up in a while, but like I said, I have had some crazy stuff going on. Like I said, I'm going to put a video together and explain everything to you guys. Try to do that maybe over the weekend. So it is about 1:20 a.m. On Tuesday. What is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? I'm lost track of time. Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning. In a couple hours, I got to be in Mobile. Whew, mercy. Anyways, guys, hope this helps. Like I said, pretty easy to do, so you guys check it out. If you have any questions, just hit me up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, love you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next video.